So Dave, tell us a little bit about what you're living with now and what you're dealing with.
Well, it all started with going in for a sinus infection. I went into the GP. He wanted me to come in. And during the examination of my lungs, they heard a little gurgling. So they were worried about pneumonia or something. So they took an x-ray. On that x-ray were a dozen little spots on the bottom of my lung. And they said, well, we're going to do a CT scan. And I said, well, how about doing my abdomen too? It was just premonition. And so the insurance said no. But my GP came up with a great idea. He said, well, will you pay for a cheaper version of investigation, the ultrasound? So I went in for an ultrasound, and the 11-pound mass showed up. And they said, okay, you're ready for a CT scan. I went into Chicago to a oncologist. We did a CT scan. He said, well, you've got kidney cancer, and there's several options. We can treat it chemically, radiation, or we can try cutting it out. And after looking at a couple other approaches from doctors, we decided to go in and have it cut out. So there was a 10-pound mass right here. Nobody discovered it before. 10 pounds of pure cancer. Wiped out one of my adrenal glands. And so during the operation, I mean, they opened me up. They took my intestines and laid them next to me. And then the doctor went in and he spent 4 hours cutting that 10-pound mass of cancer out, along with taking my cancerous kidney. During that time, I believe my heart stopped. And in those moments, I saw the light that people talk about. It's a soft, it's bright, but it's soft. It's a beautiful light, very soothing. And God's grace gave me a choice between that beautiful light or coming back to earth for my family. I felt my grandkids were very young and may not remember me. I felt my family needed me. Now, I can just hear John Peterson, who was a very close friend, up in heaven talking to God, saying, he didn't come up here because he wanted to be with his family. He stayed down there for his 3% raise. And, that did not enter my mind. But it was, it was not like, I didn't have feet. I mean, it wasn't like stepping into the light. it was different. I don't know, it was probably my soul that was in the situation where God gave me a choice. And I chose to come back for a few years. Now, God's grace has brought me back here. I don't know how long I'll be here. I mean, I went through 7 different chemos that I think were developed in North Korea because they did not fend well with my body. I went into the oncologist for a CT scan and all that to see how it's doing and everything, and I said, I can't do this number 7 anymore. I can't eat. I lost 100 pounds. I can't eat. I can't really sleep. It's just driving me crazy. He looked in my mouth, and there are about a dozen sores. He said, well, no wonder you can't eat. It took 6 months for those sores to heal up from that cancer treatment.